How you doing, ladies and gentlemen? This is William. What is this? August something. I think August. I don't even know what day it is. August something though. You know what I'm saying? August what? The 7th, I think. Anyway, listen. Before I forget, I want to update y'all with something that a situation. And I'm gonna go ahead and answer. Somebody asked me this question, y'all. So I'm gonna answer this question on my YouTube. Okay, so here we go. So a lady calls me up and was like, what can she do about her son? Well, her son is like 16. Go ahead and tell y'all. I think you're like, I think 15 or 16, somewhere in there. Anyway, um, she told me that she went to go get her son from a neighbor's house or whatever that she let stay for days or whatever, and then the son didn't want to leave the neighbor's house, right? So she asked me what can she do. I said, well, I don't really know what you can do because I remember a situation with my own child once upon a time that some stuff had took place. And so I didn't really know how to answer a question, but I answered it the best way I could. So I said, well, really ain't, well, she told me the police told her they couldn't make the son go with her, other words. So, and I said, that's kind of crazy. Cause she asked me, what could she do? And I couldn't really tell what could she do because I'm like, if the police told her they can't make the child go with her, that was throw me for a loop. Cause I'm like, you go to get your child from another neighbor's house, and the child don't want to go with you, and then you call the police, and then the police say they can't make the child go with you, but yet you got to still be responsible for that child until 18. That messed me up. I told her, I said, honey, let me tell you something. I said, that's the law. That's a double whammy. That's a double whammy. So you held up under the gun. So parents is held up under the gun both ways. Ain't that something, y'all? This parent called me up, and was flipping out. I tell you what, this parent was flipping out so bad about the situation that they ended up taking her to jail. You know what I'm saying? Like what? So I'm just telling y'all this, y'all. Look. These kids are getting too above themselves. I'm telling you, from parent up, I'm telling y'all, youngsters, not stop having these kids because the devil taking over these kids through the law, through anything, through the school and everything, and making these kids think they're grown before they even get their age, their appropriate age. But yet, before they get their age, they can sit there and refuse to go with their parent. But at the same time, that parent got to be responsible for them. Ain't that something? No, if my child can refuse to go with me, then my child's on his own. I don't care what the law say. When my child refuse to go with me, and that's my child, and then the police can't make my child go with me, buddy, my child's on his own. You go out there, do whatever you want to do. You won't come back here. But I ain't tell her that though, but I told her there was a double whammy that they gonna hold her on to the gun that this is your child and you can't put your child out, but yet that child can refuse to go with you. That's my answer to that, y'all. And I wanted to answer that on my YouTube to this young lady. I'm thinking that by her asking me that question, there's a lot of y'all parents out there might be concerned about the same thing. So I just want to bring that light to y'all based on that. It's a double whammy. Stop having these kids. Stop having these kids. So said the Bible also, y'all. So said the Lord. Stop having these kids. Now I'm tell you, the people in this world is some evil people behind the devil and devil worshipers and devil followers. Stop having these kids for the devil to take over your child through the school, through the law, through everything here, the control. So the only thing you're doing is having a child for them. You're having a child for the school to take control of your child with phone. Oh yeah, let me get to the next topic. Here's our next topic for y'all. Look, parents, stop letting your child, giving your child, y'all young kids phones and stuff and tablets and stuff. Unless you're gonna be there watching 24/7, y'all better stop that junk. And I'm finna go ahead and tell you why. So I was scrolling through, Facebook, looking at Facebook and I was seeing these naked scenes come up on Facebook. I'm an adult and don't even do it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at Facebook, y'all got, them reels and stuff on Facebook. So I was going through the reels because a lot of them reels be funny. And then it started jumping up on this doctor, whoever this woman is, but she's an evil devil woman. I'm going to tell y'all that got that junk on Facebook and whoever organizing it for her to do this on Facebook, naked. And a lot of y'all parents already know what I'm finna say. Actually doing the sex scene on Facebook And y'all giving y'all kids and stuff, phones and tablets and stuff, and they got Facebook pages, Instagram, all that junk, and seeing this junk, and y'all, tell me y'all don't think this happening, y'all don't think y'all kids are seeing that junk, because they is. Go ahead and tell you that right now. They seeing that junk, that garbage junk. And then y'all being the parents, they ain't even gonna want to check your child. You might want to go in and say, look, y'all have my child. The devil, you might want to go look at the devil and say, hey, devil, they'll go ahead and take my child. Because you're going to provide your child with a phone, tablet, notebooks, and all that junk, and you think that child ain't going on that line, Google Internet, it's even on Google. When I first saw it, it was that Dr. Oz, O-Z, and I saw that junk, and then I saw with this woman, and I know this woman's a fake. I'm going to tell you why I say she's a fake, because when I first saw her, she got on there with talking about diabetes, right? Where you take this pill, you do away with diabetes, you never have to worry about diabetes again. So you know what? That sounds interesting to me. So I kicked out about $500 something off of them pills. You know what I'm saying? Was taking them. They ain't did nothing. Like my doggone sugar went higher. You know what I'm saying? So the rest of the pills, guess what, y'all? I threw them all away, because there was a host, there was a lie on Facebook. That's why y'all parents better watch out for that junk on Facebook, because that's a lot of lies. A lot of people get on there to use Facebook to gain money from people, and it ain't nothing but a lie. That junk they putting out there ain't nothing but a lie. Just like that woman, y'all probably know what woman I'm talking about. She the old woman, and she get on there talking about, if you take this gummy or whatever it is now, that you'll get big and did sex and you have your stamina and all that, and then they actually showing the sex acts. Tell me, I'm asking y'all a question, my followers and people that watch them, I'm asking y'all a question. Is that any different from R. Kelly and Diddy? Is that junk any different from what they did than what this doggone white people out here on Facebook and stuff doing? Huh? Is that junk any difference? So you're publicizing sexual acts for the nation to see. At least they was being discreet with it and kept it in the home or kept it in whatever between organizations. But this here is for the nation. That Facebook is for the nation to see this junk, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So tell me, what's good about that? It's still sexual act, and they showing it, and then our kids and stuff can see that junk. They can they can just be scrolling through Facebook, and that junk will jump right up. Y'all know it will. You know, it ain't gonna hold y'all long, but before I forget how to address y'all with this, I want to address y'all with this about stop giving your kids the phone. Parents with your kids, your little kids run around here know how to do computers better than you do. You know, phone. And y'all parents, y'all guilty. A lot of you parents is guilty for what the junk y'all doing. Y'all giving y'all kids to the devil. Giving them to them. With all this nasty junk on these social media sites. But yet they take somebody like P. Diddy, R. Kelly, and they look at about to give them life in prison for something that they doing right in front of our face on Facebook. They doing it on media platforms. You telling me that's good? Man, these nasty devil follower worshippers out here doing this nasty junk. Those people that get on Facebook doing that junk, and the people that's allowing them to do, then they all be strapped down, going to hell, strapped down together on this doggone platform media, and doing that nasty junk even our own kids can see that junk. Because it ain't nothing to get a Facebook page. Check y'all kids, y'all. And parents that's having any new kids, I'll tell you to not have them. But if you're going to have them, then spend the time to stay with your kid 24/7. Don't dare put your kid in no public school. And a lot of private schools ain't no good neither. So you're going to have to be attentive to your kids. I mean, all the way up. Because soon they go outside your home, the devil got them. And the devil going to lure them into his trap. Y'all be mindful of that junk. Y'all parents going out here thinking that's a good thing for your kids at a certain age, at young age, to be running around here on these media sites, you know, and on Google. And I never knew that Google was doing the junk. I'm like, a girl told me one time, say, you can go right there on Google. And I didn't believe it, because I ain't never saw nothing like that on Google. Man, that girl pulled that junk up, and I was like, what? On Google? So the only thing they can do is going to say, how do you have sex, or how do you vagina? They can do all that stuff. Google, you can look it right up on Google. I'm like, you know what? Parents, you better stop your kids while if you still can. Because once they get past certain looking at that junk, there ain't no stopping them. There's no stopping. And to the parent that asked me that question, I hope that, what I said, answering your question on my YouTube page, answer your question. I hate to say it, but it's a double jeopardy because the law has you both ways, and then, and it shouldn't be like, I'm going to be the first one to tell y'all it shouldn't be like that, because your child can refuse to do anything, then your child need to be on their own right then. They don't need to go to court to get a pass or emancipation or whatever they call it. They be on their own. The first time they say no that they ain't going to do something, and the police upheld them refusal, then guess what? Drive on off and leave it their butt, because that child gone now. So that child finna go through things in life of their own now. And like I said, I hope that answer your question. And to the rest of the parents that having some difficulty with their children, I'm not the only one that had difficulty with my children. And I know I raised my kids right, and I check them. I put some on their butt too. You heard me? I ain't playing no game. I'm gonna check my kids. So you know what I'm saying? Then the law come in and tell me that I can't check my kids. I had to allow my kid to get on medias and stuff. That's a shame. I had this all nasty, devilish, white devil judge up there gonna tell, it's a shame them kids got to go through it, because I don't let my kids on media site. I don't give my kids a phone. So I'm a bad parent. You know what I'm saying, y'all? I'm a bad parent because I'm the parent don't allow that junk. So all you parents don't allow that junk, you're going to have people against you anyway. Your own kids against you, and media's and these people going to be against. Oh, you don't let your kid have a phone? Oh, you don't let your kid have a tablet? Oh, you don't let your kid? No, I sure don't. I didn't let my older kids do it. If they did it behind my back, and I didn't let my young one did it either. So they did it behind my back too. But that lesson gonna come to learn. So I just want to put that out there, y'all, to y'all, and thank y'all for following me. Thank you for listening. Thank you.